you could hear a pin drop. Everyone wanted to hear what Jesus had to say. It was a great day. I took my eyes off Jesus for just a moment and noticed something strange. 4 men were coming down the road carrying some sort of load. I wondered what it could be. It looked like a blanket on poles. As I came closer, I realized I was right. It was a pallet, a thin mattress fastened between 2 poles like a stretcher. There was a man on it. At first, I couldn't figure out what they were doing. They walked up and down the edge of the crowd. I remember watching them and thinking, what a kind and thoughtful thing for these people to do. No telling how far they've come, perhaps a long way. Maybe that was why they were late. They looked and looked for a comfortable spot to lay their friend so that he could hear Jesus too. Maybe they came because they heard that Jesus had the power of God to heal people. I looked at them and the man on the pallet and at the people crying around the house. Many of them my neighbors and friends. As we all listened to Jesus, I remember thinking to myself, a friend is a wonderful thing. I'm a Pharisee. We Pharisees know the law. We know the scriptures. What was Jesus teaching these people? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Sins forgiven? That's blasphemy. Who but God can forgive sins? Did this Jesus think he was God?
I am a scribe, the teacher of the law, and I was just as upset as the Pharisees were. Jesus could tell we were having a hard time with what he was saying. He looked at us the same way I look at my students, and I could tell what's bothering them. Why do you raise such questions in your hearts? He asked. Which is easier to say, your sins are forgiven you, or to say, stand up and walk? Jesus said to the people, I am doing this so you may know that the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins. Then he said to the paralyzed man, I say to you, stand up and take your bed and go home. And he did.
Who's going to fix my roof?